Right on. It's me, Kasin Koral. It's nighttime, 8:21 p.m. Doesn't matter though. Fate's Day Night Realta Nua Ultimate Edition is what's important. Anyways, last episode we just had a pretty short episode. Nearly an hour long. I believe we just did a training sequence and then we got a jokey dead end. So, yeah. That's all that happened, honestly. Though there is a bit of tension between Ilya and Saber. That being that once enemies, they're now trying to adjust to each other's presence. But there was a sweet scene during the training sequence. So, yeah, that was nice. Anyways, I think we left off here. Now, aiming to train with Jesus Christ, what's her name? Rin. Now right off the bat, I don't remember what we should do, but I believe on this particular day, it doesn't matter what choice that we make. But I just want to make sure. Yes, alright. I think we're on day 12. This should be the final choice of the day. So, or the second choice, I think, actually. So let's ask about projection magic. How and why questions about projection magic. Yeah, I understand what this projection magic is, but I want to know more details about it. Especially the part about forming your image.
なあ、遠坂。忙しいとこ悪いんだけど。
何よ、早くしろってんなら蹴っ飛ばすわよ。探し物が見つからなくてイライラしてるのはこっちなんだから。どうしてこうしまったはずのものがなくなってるのよ、この家は。
She complains. Doesn't certainly like her. Everything she does is perfect, but especially the part where she always messes up her preparations.
ああ、そのままそのまま。探しながらでいいから、さっきの話の続きをしてくれないか。その投影がイメージから作る模造品だとか、そういうこと。
まあいいわ。話しておくことはあんたのためになるかもしれないし。
She's really in a bad mood. She throws away the Boston bag she was rummaging through and sits back down on her chair. I'm guessing said Boston bag being a duffel bag? Never heard it referred to as such, if that's what she's referring to.
じゃあ手短に説明するわね。投影っていうのは手持ちにないものをその時だけ使うためのものよ。逆に言えばこの世にないもの、とっくに失われたものさえ復元することができる。本物を寸分たがわず想像できれば、あとは魔力で一時的に編み上げられるってこと。この投影したものは魔力の期間に応じて消えていくのは話したわよね。どんなに強い魔力でもイメージで編み上げた物体はだんだんと薄れていく。いいえ、それだけじゃないわ。そんな幻想は世界そのものが許さない。だから投影によって編み上げられたものは一日だって世界にはとどまれない。
世界そのものが許さないってどうして？
幻想は幻想だから何でもありなの。それがもし形を得てしまったら、それはもう現実でしょ。けど現実にはそんなものは存在しない。その矛盾を解消するためにね、現実が幻想を潰しにかかるのよ。いい？魔術ってのは元からあるものに手を加えて違うものに切り替える現象を言うの。言うなれば変化、等価交換よ。けど幻想に等価交換も何もない。イメージで作られたものが世界のどこにもない場合、それは絶対の矛盾になる。だからこの時代にありえないセーバーの剣なんて投影したら、世界そのものがその幻想を破壊する。世界とつながって奇跡を起こすのはいいけど、世界にない奇跡を起こすのはご法度だから。通常の魔術っていうのは世界のどこかにある実物を目の前に持ってきて使うことよ。 けど投影魔術は人間のイメージを彩色する。いかに魔術といえどここにないものを作り上げてはいけない。それは現実を侵食する幻想に他ならないから。生物が自己防衛を最優先するように世界だって自己防衛を最優先する。世界にとっての命は秩序でしょ。だから秩序を乱す矛盾、現実を侵食する幻想は世界そのものに握りつぶされるのよ。
Tosaka explains it all. Of course, I don't get half of what she said.
そうか。つまり俺がしたことはエミやシロの限界を超えているってことなんだな。
だからそう言ったじゃない。投影はあなたの命を削る魔術だから、セイバーにねだられても使っちゃダメよ。
Tosaka resumes her search. Watching, I realize again that the victory of Berserker was truly a miracle. Oh yeah, the little minnow is winning. 12th day. Okay, so 12th day. Ren's guest room saber 2? Alright. So, after she makes me drink various medicine, she makes me practice simple strengthening to check on my health. Like checking if there's anything wrong with my body by channeling magical energy through it, and so on. Tosaka's more like a doctor than a teacher today.
よし、問題はないみたいね。この分なら明日はもう来なくていいわ。
え、
I'm surprised. That means...
当然じゃない。今の状況で私があなたに教えることなんてないもの。本気で魔術を習いたいんならこの戦いが終わってからにするべきよ。
We maxed out the magic tree, boys.
もうアーチャーはいないでしょ。素人の協力関係はもうとっくに終わってたのよ。
Being told that, I finally realized. From the beginning, we cooperated to fight Berserker. Berserker's gone, and Tosaka's lost her servant. So this should have all ended
それ
yesterday.
じゃあ遠坂はこれからどうするんだ。琴峰のところに行くのか。
I read that man's name is Ketamine. That would only be natural. Tosaka and Kotamine are close, so it should be fine for her to request his protection.
なんで？行くわけないじゃない。まだ負けてもいないのに。サーバントがいなくなったから戦えないなんてことはないでしょ。それにやり逃げってのも趣味じゃないしね。一度戦うと決めたからには最後まで事の顛末を確かめるのが責任でしょ。
As if it's only natural. Tosaka says confidently. I'm stunned. No, I'm not surprised. I already knew Tosaka was this kind of a person. She is really firm, and amazingly selfish, and so fascinatingly brilliant.
けどそれじゃあどうするんだ。一人でやっていくのか。まだサーバントとマスターは残ってるんだぞ。
そうね。だからしばらくはここで情報を集めるわ。竜道寺の調査も再開しないといけないし。
しばらくはここに残る。いいのか。そうしてもらえると助かるけど、もう協力関係は終わったんだろ。なら。
何言ってるのよ。バーサーカーに勝てたのはあーちゃんのおかげでしょ。協力関係は終わったけどその借りはまだ貸したままよ。返済が終わるまでここを提供するのは当然じゃない。それに責任は最後まで取るって言ったでしょ。ちょっとの間だったけど師弟になったしね。あなたを一人にしたら頼りなくって心配で聖杯戦争どころじゃなくなるわ。
In other words, this is it. Yes. It feels like ages ago, but Tosaka read that Emiyashira might was a girl like this. That's why I'm happy. Tosaka has to be like this. After all, I wouldn't know what to believe in if such a stubborn girl decided to give up.
なあ、これからもよろしく頼む、遠坂。なんだかんだ言ってお前がいないと右も左もわからない。俺とセイバーには遠坂が必要なんだ。
いいけど、あんたその言い回しはやめなさいってば。バカ正直なのはいいけど、気 気をつけないと誤解を招くわよ。
I don't quite understand why Tosaka would get mad at that.
遠坂、誤解を招くって何を招くってんだ。
今のは失言なの。聞くなって態度で表してるんだから、追求するのはルール違反よ。
Against the rules, man. Well, I don't even know what rules we're on about. It seems Tosaka knows a rule that I don't know about.
呆れた。これじゃセイバーも大変だわ。まあ、それともあんたたちはそれでちょうどいいのかもね。少しぐらい麻痺してないと、あなたもセイバーもダメなのかもしんないし。
よくわからないけど、そのセイバーが大変だってのは聞き捨てならないぞ。なんだってセイバーが大変なんだよ、遠坂。
Let me guess, this relates to that particular night, which my video got taken down. There's the re-upload in my other channel, my alternative channel, I guess you can say.
だから、あんたのそういうところが大変だって言ってるの。その分じゃセイバーの変化になんて気がついてないんでしょ、エミヤくんは。
The change in Saber. I mean, I guess there is a change. Here's nicer. I guess one can say she's a bit more human. Hell, even more feminine too. Towards, Shiro. And even disregarding that, she wants lunch. She openly wants lunch. I don't know if Shiro actually is looking onto that. Maybe, maybe not.
セイバーの変化。
That's not a change on the outside, is it? If anything has changed about Saber, it's...
ああ、そういえば朝から様子が変だったな。いや、イリアがいたから不機嫌だったとは思うんだけど、それにしたって黙って正座してるわ。どうしたんだって聞けば夢を見たとか言って立ち去っちまうし。
Forgot about since I was busy with Ilya. Come to think of it, Saber was acting weirdly like she was half asleep or something.
セイバーが夢を見た？
何？それって驚くところか、遠坂。
Oh, she's ignored me.
おい、黙ってないで何か言ってくれ。そんな顔されるとこっちまで不安になってくる。
Make the girl think, brother. Chill.
ああ、別にそんな大したことじゃないわ。単にサーバントは夢を見ないってだけだから。
Servants don't dream?
そうよ。サーバントは夢なんて見ないわ。それでも見たって言うんなら、それは夢じゃない。単に誰かの記憶を垣間見ただけの話よ。
Tosaka must have had the same experience. She says so with a coldness, totally different from your earlier cheerfulness. Okay. Peeping incident. Dinner, dressing room, peeping incident caught red-handed. Is this the bathroom thing all over again with Saber? And so, it's time to prepare dinner. All the things that happened in the past few days must have destroyed the cooking rotation. Oh, that's a shame.
今日の夕食お願いね。今夜もまた冷えそうだし、イリアもいるし、シチューとかいいんじゃない？
But she tells me that she leaves.
まあ確かにイリアはシチューってイメージだけどな。
Why would it suit Ilya? Maybe because of how she looks with the coat and the hat. That does not explain shit. If you've seen her eating, maybe. Other than that, we only seen her eat once or twice. Actually, no, once. We didn't have lunch in this particular save file. Alright. Anyways, I have no objections for making stew for dinner. I'm not that good at making Western food, but I shouldn't make any terrible mistakes with stew.
その前に
It's a bit before 6. There's still a bit of time until I need to start cooking. I'm sweaty, so I should take a bath. Oh, the peeping's gonna start now, ain't it? If it's a bit of a hassle to take a bath before dinner, but since Tosaka and Saber take their baths for after dinner, I'm forced to take it late. Oh, this hallway. The hallway is cold. The room is warm because of the heater, but I can feel the winter cold as soon as I emerge into the hallway. It seems that even though the winter should be warm, or the weather should be warm, it's been a screwed up. It's a bit screwed up the past few days. My English failing me there, sadly. Oh. Actually, no. I was about to say we never went here before, but excluding the peeping incident. But even then, we been here at least once or twice. Speaking of cold, I heard that it snowed. I didn't notice, probably because it lasted less than an hour and there wasn't much. Well, if it did pile up, the yard will be full of a snowman army, and I'd have to clean it up afterwards. So you can say I'm glad. Of course, only one person would build a snowman army. Delia. The day it snowed last year, I remember her standing in front of class with our hands red from frostbite. No. Who, Janie? Oh, I was going to take a shower, but the bathroom is quite hot already.
Shiro.
Saber again? The sound of water. As soon as my gaze moves into the bathtub. Ooh! Oh my! My head goes wider than the steam. No! Ooh! Oh no! Hitters! Thumbnail? Possible thumbnail. I mean, it has to be. I can't talk right since my throat is numb. I can't move my body because I can't think. But still, somewhere in my head, I think that something like this happened before. All you saw was his ass. Now you see your tits. And nipples. No, it's not the same as before. Oh yeah, you're now seeing her bathe. Saber was naked last time, but I was fully clothed. But this time I'm naked as well. Oh, fucking hell, don't tell me there's a sex scene. Even though I'm confused, my body's reacting.
Saber.
Now you got the hot rod going on. My gasp echoes through the air. Saber watches as I stand there dumbfounded. Saber will get mad this time. Surely she'll get mad. She'll definitely get mad. As proof, her soft lips are trembling as if they will yell in the next moment.
すまん、悪かった。シャワーを使おうと思って、いや、こんな時間に誰か入っているとは思っていなかったんだけど、普通気がつくだろう、そんなことって言われるのはもっともなんだが。
Auto read. I give my excuses while backing up towards the dressing room. It's not like I'm fascinated by Saber's body. It just feels like Saber will get madder if I run back to the dressing room. But in either case, I can't take my eyes off of her. Nice. I remember that night in the ruins, and I merely desperately felt Saber's skin. I couldn't see Saber's body in the dark. Oh, that's a shame. That's a damn shame. So I only remember her warmth and her sensations. Is that why? Is that why I think the body I've once obtained is so beautiful?
とにかく話は後で。
I reached behind me, searching for the door. Then, Rin? Oh.
申し訳ありません、シロ。
Ooh.
その勝手な申し出なのですが、今は席を外してもらえないでしょうか。
Saber asks in a faint voice as she averts her gaze. Or will this be the thumbnail? We shall see. That really blanks my mind. Why Saber won't get mad? Her embarrassed face makes all the blood go to my head.
なんて。
I murmur by reflex. Saber hangs her head, even warned about apology.
シャワーを使うのはもう少し後にしてください。この場を一人で使うことを今だけは許してほしい。
Saber curls up as if hiding her body. That suddenly makes me remember. When I met Saber in the dressing room last time, she didn't say anything. The sex of a servant is of no concern. She was the one who said that with no concern for her nakedness. Interesting.
つまり、待て、頭がぐるぐるしててうまく言えないんだが。
Jesus Christ, buddy. Come on,
要
work.
するに、セイバー、怒ってないのか？
Ooh,
シロ
another
が体を洗うのは当
one.
然でしょう。私はそこまでマスターの行動を制限しません。
I understand. In other words, Saber thinks nothing of being seen naked. Which one is it, boys? Which one shall we use? We already have 3. And you know what? That's already a treasure to me. So it's only natural that I'm here. As the bath is the place to wash your body, it's natural for me to be here. Saber being here is also of no concern. That's helpful, but
け
wrong.
ど、なら、今俺がシャワーを使ってもいいってことになるんだけど。
Oh my.
ですから、それは
Saber hangs her head in embarrassment.
見られることは問題ではないのです。ただ、私の体は凛のように少女のものではありません。ですから。
I don't really see that much of a difference between you and Rin. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough, but Saber blushes even more and finishes with difficulty.
シローにはあまり見てほしくない。このように筋肉のついた体では殿方には見苦しいでしょう。
Oh, it's not that muscular. She says that. I almost faint for a bunch of different reasons.
バカ、そんなこと。
If I finish, I'm sure I'll go crazy. Saber's body's not unsightly. She claims her body's rugged, but I'd never worried about that. Of course, her body's trained compared to Sokka's, but still, I think Saber's body's really feminine. I don't really think I see that many muscles in her. Not much muscles.
シロー、そういう理由だから一人にしてほしいのですが。
I don't know how I answered. All I can remember is that I nodded and shut the door. You didn't see her through the glass door? Oh. I guess we're skipping stew time. And so, the day ends. Dinner was exciting. Really, was it? Ely spoke more and more at each meal today, and she had a weird relationship with Tosaka where I couldn't tell whether they were friendly or fighting. Saber's more approving of Ilya, but she must not have let her guard down as she frowns every time Ilya comes near me. Well, I'm pretty sure she's frowning for 2 reasons. The past few days were too wild. A normal day like this is unsettling for me. Fair play, I guess. I go out of the yard quietly. It's a bit before midnight. Under the cold moonlight, I leave walking traces of white breath beneath me. And you're sleeping here again. Before I realize it, I'm doing my daily routine. I'm being taught by Tosaka, so there's no need for me to train here now. But still, I sit on the so cold ground and check the thing within me. It's not that I feel uneasy about my skills. This is just a jinx. I've been doing this for years now, so it just doesn't feel right unless I finish my day here.
トレース。
But today's training is more heated up than usual. Dosaka told me not to use it, but I can't obediently agree with her. If I can make this projection thing mine, it'll be a powerful weapon and I'll be able to help Saber better. Besides, I still have that heat in my body. The night at the ruin, the battle in the forest filled with morning mist, the golden sword I made. The remaining heat is still in my hands, and my heart wishes it to start burning again when I try again.
想像理念。鑑定。
Reproducing it is easy. My mind was jumbled up back then because I was desperate, but I can perform only the steps I need now. No. From the beginning there was only one to guide Emiyashiro. Pronunciation is the same. Just change the self's recognition and it will become an original spell.
基本骨子。想定。
I understand how dangerous it is without needing for Tosaka to tell me. As a magus, Emiyashiro must not associate himself with projection. It's something that's beyond me. A venture beyond one's capabilities will eventually be paid for by death.
鑑定終了。これ即無なり。
This is definitely new. I raised the blueprint I was drawing. On the other side of the door, instead of hiding the blue moon, Saber approaches. Oh, hello.
よかった。ここにいたのですね、シロ。姿が見えないので何かあったのかと。
Hell yeah.
いや、別に何があったわけじゃない。寝つけないから頭の体操をしていただけだ。一通りこなしたら部屋に戻るから心配はいらない。
Are you sure about that, buddy? Because I must say, I am not sure of that.
そうですか。ならいいのですが。
Saying so, she looks at me. Oh, now she's angry. It's possible to hide my face as is sweaty as always.
ああ、これもいつものことだから気にしないでくれ。魔術の練習なんて魔術師として当然のたしなみだろ。いや、まあ半人前なんで失敗はつきものなんだけど。
I wiped the sweat off my forehead. Oh, I'm surprised. The sweat I wiped off is ice cold. I thought it was cold, but was it this cold in the end?
シロ、一日も欠かさずそれを。
いや、まあできる限りは。親父に言われた日課だし、これぐらいはやらないと。
Replying, I regret that I'm bluffing. This is my daily routine. I wanted to boast to Saber by saying that. The training at the end of the day is certainly no trouble for me. But it was never easy for me either. Saber doesn't say anything. Behind her is the moon. Slanting rays of light enter the shed, covering in blue darkness. This is like a reproduction of the night I met her.
セイバー、遠坂が言ってたことなんだけど。
As soon as I think this is like watching a dream,
サーバントは夢を見ないっていうのは本当なのか？
without realizing, I ask her the question.
ええ、私たちは夢を見ない。もともと幽体であるサーバントは眠りません。私は幽体化ができないため眠らざるを得ませんが、それでも夢は見れません。
でも朝は見たって。
A small silence. She closes her eyes once and looks at me with a gentle face as if she's determined.
私が見たものはあなたの夢です、シロ。マスターとサーバントは精神的にもつながっている。結びつきが強くなれば相手の過去を垣間見ることもあるでしょう。
夢に見たって、俺の過去か？
はい。あなたの心に踏み入る行為だとは分かっていたのですが、私には拒むことができなかった。それを どうか許してください、シロ。
That goes for me as well. Saber's past. I've seen the days before she became a servant many times.
バカ、そんなのセイバーのせいじゃないだろ。夢に見ちまうなら仕方がないじゃないか。それに謝るのはこっちの方だ。
What do you have to apologize for, man?
俺の昔なんてつまんないことばかりだろ。そんなもん見せられたらおちおち眠ってられやしない。
いえ、夢を見たのは今朝だけです。それも最近のことではありませんから、シロの男性としてのプライベートを侵害するようなことは決してありません。
Saber comments honestly. But private? Well, I've done ordinary stupid things, but I want to see this. I'm pretty sure we did see Saber do this pose before, but man, do I want to see it again. Just in case. I think I'll still have that spicy thumbnail though. That'll be nice.
それは助かるけど、最近のことじゃないって、じゃあいつ頃のことなんだ？
大きな火事でした。私が見たものはその光景だけです。
A quiet voice. Her gentle eyes tell me what she saw. I see. Oh, what? So she dreamt about that day.
そうか。それはなんていうか。
Should I say unfortunate? It's like going to a movie theater to see a movie, you know, but going into the wrong theater and seeing something completely different.
それでわかりました。いいえ、前から思ってはいたのです。あなたにはひどく危ういところがあると。
危ういところってなんだよ。そりゃセイバーから見れば至るところは危なげだろうけど。
そんな意味ではありません。あなたは、シローは私と似ています。だからあなたの間違いもわかる。このまま進めばどうなってしまうかも同じだから分かってしまう。
いや、間違ってなんかないけどな。そりゃ失敗は数えきれないけど、俺は親父みたいな正義の味方になるんだ。間違ったことなんてできないだろう。
Alright, calm down, Anakin.
だからそれが間違いなのです。シロー、あの事故はあなたのせいでもないし、その責任はあなたが負うべきものでもない。あなたには償うべきものなどないのです。
Of course, it was only an accident and I was only a victim. Didn't even see the structure that was there before. That we saw Lash, I'm guessing from Saber's perspective, in the dream. Well, certainly there have been times where I felt guilty about being the only survivor, but...
以前、リンが言っていました。シローの自己犠牲と献身ぶりは異常だと。それは私も同感です。あなたは自らの命を代価として人を助けようとするのではない。あなたは単に、初めから自分の命が感情に入っていないのではないですか。
Oh, there it is. Did my pupils open wide? Somehow I cannot see Saber's face clearly.
あの事故を忘れることはあなたにはできないでしょう。ですが、覚えている限りシローは変わらない。それは苦しいのではないですか。
苦しい？俺が？
Well, of course it's painful. Saber doesn't need to tell me that. It's only natural. So many people died and it was such a hell. I think it's only natural for it to be painful. Besides, if it weren't, it might all be meaningless.
確かにこうして思い出すと辛い。けど、それは終わったことだ。今さらどうにかできることじゃないだろう。
Saber doesn't answer. She scratches her arm, irritated.
私は聖杯を手に入れなければならない。けれど、それはシローにも当てはまる。
セイバー。
シローには聖杯が必要だ。私があなたに呼び出されたのは必然だったのです、マスター。
How can I answer that?
先に眠ります。シローもあまり無茶はしないように。
Saber leaves. I cross my arms and ponder. Do I need the Holy Grail? The grail that grants the wishes of its possessor? A vessel which contains unlimited amounts of magical energy for which it is said nothing is impossible? If I had such a thing, my wish would certainly be easily granted, but...
いや、違う。どう考えても聖杯なんていらないぞ。
Yeah, definitely don't need it. Well, because I don't have any wishes that won't come true or that are impossible. Because if it's a dream I can't reach by myself, I won't even dream it in the first place. Okay. Interesting reasoning, but you know what? That's fair. The night thickens. With only the moonlight, I listen to the distant wind in the familiar shed. A crescent moon. The King's Memories. Alright. Oh yeah! 2/13! Or February 13th, I should say. 13 Infinity Arms. A red hill covered in corpses and a grey sky. The heavy clouds drifting away announced the end of the battle. I know this scene. This is a scene I've seen many times already. This is one of the battles Saber experienced. These are the remains of battlegrounds so familiar to her, as she is always victorious. After this, she will return to her castle. The people will celebrate her victory, and they will prepare for the next battle. This is her everyday life. This is but one of the 12 great battles she has gone through. That is why she does not bear any memories of the victory, but merely accepts it calmly. Think about such random things. That is not a dream, just a cold truth that cannot be changed. From the moment she drew the sword from the stone, she was not human. After becoming a feudal lord like her father, she became a king with many knights. She was called King Arthur, or Arturia, and the girl who had tried to become a knight had her life turned around. No, it was more correct to say that it ended. At that instant, the girl with childlike features disappeared, and the only existence permitted was that of the King of Knights. She acted as the son of a king. That is because the one to govern many territories and control the knights had to be male. The only ones who knew that the king was just a girl were her father and the magus. She literally covered herself in steel and sealed the truth for all of her life. Why didn't I realize what that meant? Someone placed before everyone managed to keep her identity secret. I don't know what suffering she went through, as I'm only watching from a distance. Time passes. These must be her memories of the 10 years she spent as a king. There's only one thing common to all of them. Even on the throne. Even in the hallway. Even on the battlefield. No one talked to her. Even the loud round table filled with knights' tales at Roboto falls silent when the king steps in. So that's what it means. She was only idolized. Many knights looked down on Notori, who looked like a small kid, and they did not approve of swearing their sword to her. But because she drew out the sword that they could not, they had to obey her at least in form. They just accepted the disgrace, believing that it would pass. Even if she drew the sword, she is still a child. Even with Merlin's help, she will fail soon enough. When that happens, they need to only take the holy sword away from her and reselect the king. That's what most of the knights thought, but the results were different. The knight that just entered adulthood was a king without flaw. She brought priests to the fighting lords and immediately fought off the invading enemies. Of course, it wasn't because of the power of the holy sword. The holy sword only protects the king. It is the king's power that protects the country. And in that way, she suppressed the knights with results. The protection of the holy sword works only against enemy swords. It does not help rule over people's hearts. She worked hard to be an ideal king. And so, the knights had to follow their king. They suppressed their dissatisfaction with the young king as they saw he was perfect. She tried to be an ideal king. Being an ideal king was the condition of their support. There was no room for the human Arturia. The girl determined to be a king. A great knight who pulled out the holy sword, who did not age from that moment on, and one who won 12 great battles. The more perfect she was, the more people kept away from her. The longer she stayed that way, the more isolated she became. That was her true identity. But she still did well. No, she did too well. She defeated her enemies sufficiently and minimized the victims in battle. No matter what kind of a war it was, a battle will have victims. But she believed she should make sacrifices before the war to prepare the army and to defeat the enemy efficiently. She would exhaust one village to prepare the army, defeat the invaders before they could damage the land, and save 10 villages. That was the solution she came up with as a king, and in truth, it was the best policy. But the knights must have been unhappy. For them, only the invaders should die. It was only proper to win without allowing any victims. There's no need to sacrifice one's own territory before a battle. We will win, so there will not be any victims. There will not be any victims, so the king's actions are fruitless. That's what they thought. Of course, that was just a fantasy. Once the battle began, knights did not think about the small villages. It was only natural for them to trample over them, as the small villages are not what they seek to protect. The knights say it was only natural to be destroyed by the invaders, but it is a great sin to destroy them with their own hands. Of course she knew that. But a king cannot allow her personal feelings to affect her decisions. She kills her emotions to make a decision, and the knights suppress their personal feelings to obey. After many sacrifices and continuing victories, the country became stable. The price of that was a revolt against the king. King Arthur does not understand human feelings. The knight said so and left the castle. It's a ridiculous story. Nobody wanted her to be human, but they revolted against her because she didn't have a human's feelings. The Age of Chaos continues. The knights who had been satisfied with the king for some time became more dissatisfied after that one knight left. They pushed all problems onto her and cornered her. Ruin was in sight. Death if she could not solve all the problems. Even if she did solve them, the result would be the same. What a lovely land, but I fear what's at the bottom is fire. But such trivial matters are of no concern to a king. Her mind will not change even if she is abandoned, feared, or betrayed. Probably because she had her mind made up long before. She abandoned her emotions from the moment she decided to pull out the sword. As seen from a few years before. Knights from all over the country gathered to pull out the sword in the stone. but nobody could pull it out. The knights were desperate to choose the most superior king by completing jousting skills. The knights went to the arena and forgot about the sword. It felt much like watching a festival from a distance. In the distance are the brace sounds of the cavalry. The roars of the knights are far away and there is no one around the stone. What did the girl think before that? Before she realized it, an unknown magus was standing behind her.
それを手に取る前にきちんと考えた方がいい。
He says he is not trying to frighten her, but that she should stop.
それを手にしたが最後、君は人間ではなくなるよ。
He also said that she would be resented by all humanity and die a miserable death. She could not have been without fear, because the magus showed her the end she would face if she took the sword.
いいえ、
But that just made the girl more determined. She nodded firmly even when she was shown her future. The magus asks her if she is really fine with that.
多くの人が笑っていました。それはきっと間違いではないと思います。
She takes the sword. The magus turns his back.
奇跡には代償が必要だ。君はその一番大切なものを引き換えにするだろう。
And leaves those prophetic words. That's right. The girl only wanted to protect everyone, but to do so, she had to throw away the emotion of wanting to protect people. Because one cannot protect the country as king if one has human emotions. She accepted it and pulled out the sword. She accepted it and swore to live as the king. So her heart would not change even if she was abandoned, feared, or betrayed. She threw away her heart. The young girl decided to protect in exchange for it. Who would ever know of such a sublime oath?
戦うと決めた。
No matter what,
それでも戦うと決めたのだ。
even if there was inevitable solitary ruin waiting at the end. And the end was this. The Battle of Kamlan. One knight usurped the throne while King Arthur was on a campaign. Her country split into two and a war began. In the legend, it is said that knights and chivalry were utterly destroyed. She slashed away the knights that once followed her and attacked the land she once protected. The knights who sided with her died and her body was crippled. There was nobody around her. That's normal. Nothing has changed. The only thing in her heart is her pride as the king. She knew of this end, but she still ran through her life because she believed something came out of it. She has no regrets. If there's one regret, it is that the country is in ruin. She raises her eye. She might be able to see the distant castle from this hill, but all that's left there is the remains of a battle, deep forest, and a lake she must return to. Yes. The hill she ran through is now a wall she cannot climb over. Strength escapes her shoulders, and for the first time, the girl lets go of the holy sword by her own will. And that is the end. It's only natural for the dream to end there, because that is the end of her memories. So this is one end that cannot be changed. She worked so hard, she was resented, and she was betrayed. No one ever realized that she loved the people more than the country, and she was always the merciless king. She was never rewarded or understood. On the red hill of swords, The solitary girl who was always betrayed is about to face death. I wake up to the sound of the rain.
朝になってる。
Damn right it is. Hold my shaking body or shaking head and get my body up. It's not 6 yet. That early? The sound of the rain from outside isn't that loud. I rattle my teeth at the sudden headache. But it only lasts for a moment. Neither the pain nor the image that pops into my head lasts that long. But that scene is more than enough to wake my brain up.
今の夢は
No, I don't even need to confirm it. That was Saber's past. It was the end of her life that happened a long time ago that cannot be changed. What was that sound, dude? Before I realize it, I'm gritting my teeth. It's making a sound. Somehow, I'm really angry. I grit my teeth loudly and suppress the urge to have a fit.
くそ。なんだよ、それ。
Just remembering it makes me mad. Her past. Her thinking nothing of it, and me thinking the dream was nothing. I don't like it. I don't know what I don't like about it, but I just don't. How people be spelling out their Instagram complaints. I hate it. I don't want that. That life was unfair, no matter how you look at it. Such a life is wrong. She only wished for others. She did not wish for anything herself in return. She worked so hard, but nobody knew about it. That pisses me off. It's just too unfair to her. That's right. If she worked harder than anyone else, she should be rewarded the most. She has to be rewarded for all the things she done. But what can be done now? Can I just tell her that she did a good job? Praise her that she was great? Of course not. Such easy words won't fix anything.
わかってる。答えなんて一つだけだ。
That's right. She is to be rewarded, the life must be repaid. The girl called Artoria has to be happy in proportion to how much she has fought.
けど、それで何を
My train of thought stops there. I don't know how to make people happy. That makes me realize my own distortions. I've been living trying to be a superhero, but all I've been doing is lending people a hand. I believed everybody around me would be happy if I helped others like that. No. I couldn't move forward with pride until I believed that. Helping someone and saving someone are essentially different. I can't think of a way to reward Saber because I don't know the difference between the two. Breakfast. Sweets. Okay. Can eat cake or something? The breakfast table is the same as always. Saber and Tosaka must be adaptable as they already seem to be used to Ilya's presence.
で、あんたはどうするのよ、シロ。
Who knows, buddy?
残るマスターは3人。聖杯戦争だって期限がないってわけじゃないんだから、そろそろ行動に移らないとまずいわよ。いつも後手を踏むってのも情けないし。
Tosaka's right. A body is fine and Saber is healed. Yesterday should be the last day of rest.
そうだな。けど、行動を起こすにしても、それは夜からだ。日が昇っているうちは、今まで通りにする。
本気？まあ、 相手の情報がないんだから闇雲に出歩いても仕方がないけどさ。じゃあシロは今日もセイバーにいじめられるわけ？
Hell yeah. Training with Saber. That's the usual task, and it's natural for a master to prepare for battle.
リン、私とシロが行っているのは鍛錬です。今の発言は人聞きが悪すぎます。
You always beat Shiro's ass, dude. That's just fact.
いや、まあそうだな。午前中は今まで通りセイバーにしごかれるよ。
シロ、あなたまでそのように言われては私の立場がないのですが。
いや、悪いセイバー。ぼーっとしてて聞いてなかった。
That smug face of Ren's.
ですからリンの言いぶりは乱暴すぎるという件です。まったく、どうしたのですシロ。今朝は覇気が感じられません。朝食もどことなく彩りに欠けますし、昨日も遅くまで蔵にいたのですか？
She asks, but Saber's words aren't criticizing. You can feel that Saber believes in me. That's why it's hard to look at her now. If I do, the image of that hill pops into my head.
わかりました。後ほどカツを入れて差し上げます。それでは今日も道場で鍛錬をするでいいのですね、シロ。
ああ、頼む。イリアはどうするんだ？
私も昨日と同じだよ。雨に濡れるのは嫌いだから外に出たくないわ。
そうか、そうしてくれると助かる。できればイリアには家にいてほしいからな。外に出るのは危ない。
うん、昨日みたいにお弁当作ってくれるなら一緒にいてあげてもいいよ。
It seems Ilya liked the boxed lunch yesterday. I'm a bit embarrassed that she's content with such a thing, but I'm happy if she's happy.
なんだ、それじゃあ昨日と同じってことね。私も調べ物があるから部屋にこもるけど、午後になったら顔を出しなさい。ちょっと話があるから。
調べ物ですか？
そう、セイバーなら分かってると思うけど、昨日から竜道寺の様子がおかしいのよ。あれだけ精力的にやってた魔力集めも止まってるし、何か動きがあったのは明白でしょ。まあ残ったマスターの中で一番厄介そうなのは竜道寺のやつだしね。使いまでもこしらえて中の様子を探ってみるわ。
それでしたら探索に専念した方がいいのではないですか？無理に時間を割いてシロに享受する必要はないと思いますが。
まあそこはそれ。悪いけど我慢してちょうだい。私もね、まだ危なっかしくて放っておけないのよ。敵に殺されるのならいいけど、魔術をしくじって自滅でもされたら死として面目がないでしょ。
Aren't you just a teaser?
リンの言う通りです。
And you
私は
just
どうかして
accept
いまし
that?
た。リンの授業が必要ないなん
Goddamn
て
Saber.
どうして思ってしまったのか。
その理由は簡単だけど、まあ知らぬが花ってことで。それじゃあ午前中の鍛錬頑張ってね。そいつ頑丈だから死なない程度に痛めつけるぐらいが最適よ。
Motherfucker. Saka leaves the living room with an absurd
セ
comment.
イバー、言っとくけど遠坂の言い分なんて本気にするなよ。
Oh,
あ
that's
い
the
つは
realest
セ
thing
イバ
you
ーの打ち
said,
込みを受
buddy.
けてないからあんなこと言えるんだからな。
A reminder, just in case. I don't know why Saber's so happy, but
はい、分かっています。シロの体に関してなら私の方が熟知していますから。
I think we know why. She replies like that. And you don't fluster, okay. I'll take that as development. Training swordsmanship, lunchtime, Saber 4. 4, boys.
どう
Oh
しました？
god.
食べないのですか？
Saber
イリア
jump
スピール。 昨日に比べるとまだ3割にも届いていませんが。
Is it already lunchtime now?
違うよ。こっちのは食べられないの。私辛いのはダメなんだ。
Spoiled fucking brat.
はあ、そう辛いとは思いませんが。 この香辛料は鶏肉に合っています。
マスタードは嫌いなんだってば。いいから食べて。その代わりそっちのイチゴの食べてあげる。
何をするのです、イリアスフィール。コーラ、戻しなさい。それはダメです。甘いものが欲しいならリンゴのパイがあるでしょう。
Sitting next to each other, the two of them are fighting like close sisters. It's past noon. We three are eating lunches together like yesterday. But yeah, the lunch isn't the only thing that's the same as yesterday. Chain before this was exactly like yesterday's. It's more awkward today. I don't know how to put it, but my heart starts beating hard when I see a saber. I can't attack her. What? Can't attack her. I'm sorry? Can't attack her seriously now. Oh, that's a shame. Saber's also acting strangely. She never used to overlook such openings, but now she waits for me to attack. And for a while, we just stared at each other.
二人ともどうしたの？見ててあんまり面白くないよ。
I renewed my spirits with that and attacked Saber, but the results were the same. After repelling my half-assed attack, she would not counter and let me go. As I wasn't attacked, I would face Saber again and charge again, but she would overlook me again. This strange time ended about 10 minutes ago. At Saber's request, we entered the lunch break and we're eating lunch now. The menu's the same as yesterday. Sandwich. But I couldn't just make the same thing as yesterday, so I elaborate on the ingredients and it seems they really like it. Illy is in high spirits and Saber caught her breath. Faced with the multicolored sandwich, multicolored? Why is it multicolored? I'm just guessing, but I think Saber must have been getting ready. Anyways, it's much louder today than yesterday. It's raining outside and the floor is cold wood, but I think this feels like a picnic.
ああ、もうそこまでです、イリアスフィール。それでは服が汚れてしまう。まったく、シローの真似をして一口で食べるからそうなるのです。あなたの口は小さいのですから、もう少しおとなしく食べるべきでしょう。
分かってないのはセイバーの方よ。こういうお弁当はね、お行儀を気にする方が失礼なのよ。これはピクニックなんだから、こういう風にするのが本当なんだよね、シロ。
Ilya munches on the sandwich happily. Zero whites Ilya's mouth.
くすぐったいってば、セイバー。
It's a bit surprising. It's not just Saber, as Ilya trusts Saber more than she did yesterday.
驚いた。拒否しないのですか、イリアスフィール。
なんで？私、優しくされるの好きだよ。他のやつが私に触れたら殺すけど、セイバーは綺麗だから許してあげる。それに、今は同じお弁当を食べる仲間だもの。セイバーが私のこと好きなら、私もセイバーのことは好きよ。
The ending sentence is adorable, but the middle sentence is crazy. Ilya says so simply. Saber looks at Ilya dumbfounded. Ilya's smile was a surprise attack even for me, who was watching from the side.
何？セイバーは楽しくないの？
あ、いえ、それは。
No, I think she's just taken aback.
私は楽しいよ。外は雨で、ここはこんな殺風景な場所で、欲しかったものは何もない。けど、こうしていると嬉しいの。一人でいるより、ずっとあったかいでしょ？なのに、セイバーは楽しくないの？
She must have felt something in Ilya's smile. Saber lets out a deep sigh and stares at the white girl.
そうですね。私もこうしているのはとても楽しい。
A clear voice. She smiles in a way I have never seen before. Yep, this is truly a new Saber Sprite moment. All truly is adorable. Let's eat a relationship meter. I think it's literally the same as before. I'm guessing this is how they count the points, you know. We did get a lot of saber points. I think we are about to max her out. Ren, I don't know when I got a Ren point. Sakura and Ilya, I guess we don't have that many points, so yeah. And I'm guessing with Ilya, I just noticed we don't have that big bar in the back. It's just I don't know, one bar in front of that empty bar. So we guess we just can't go that negative with her. Interesting. Oh, my heart feels warm for some reason. That smile was good. That smile was for herself, not a smile from watching over someone's safety, but a smile because she is happy herself.
シロ、どうしました？そんな顔して。何かいいことでもあったのですか？
You happened.
いや別に何も。って今変な顔してたか俺。
してたわ。お父さんみたいな顔。遠くからこっちを見守ってますって風なの。
What is that even supposed to mean?
そういう顔は嫌いよ。
That's a shame. I don't understand what she's talking about, but does that mean I was smiling?
そうか。まあいいことがあったからな。ついにやけちまったのかもしれない。
はあ、いいことですか？
そうだよ。セイバーは今みたいな笑顔のがいい。それが見れてよかったって。
難しいですね。そんなことが嬉しいのですか？シロは。
だな。俺セイバーのそういう顔を見るのが好きみたいだ。
Saber nods, still not understanding. A bit slow. Then she must have realized something as she smiles and raises her head.
そうですか。それでは逆ですね、シロ。
逆って何が？
私はあなたが笑顔でいてくれた方が嬉しい。あなたが笑っていられるなら私はそれで十分です。
I can't look directly at Saber. I bet anyone who would overheat if they saw they were smiling like that. Somehow I calm myself down and sneak a peek at Saber. Saber has returned to eating with a calm face. There's no unease in her expression. There's nothing to worry about, but something is nagging at the back of my head.
私はあなたが笑顔でいてくれた方が嬉しい。
Yes, with that smile I saw for the first time, she was saying something entirely contradictory. And what would that be? Tosaka Sensei's misunderstanding. Saber's contradiction. Afternoon, alright. I listened to the rain in Tosaka's room. Today, we performed a fake physical examination like yesterday. I just took the medicine Tosaka prepared for me and checked the magic circuit throughout my body. I guess it really isn't possible to do any more here, since it'll require a more appropriate environment. I don't care about that, but I don't want to just sit here and do nothing. She told me not to move for a while to see the results, but I bet I can still talk.
トサカ、ちょっといいかな。
I call out to her, still meditating.
いいけど何よ。
セイバーのことなんだけど、なんて言ったらいいかわからないんだが。
Saying that, I realize I haven't thought this through at all. It's not even what can I do for Saber. I haven't even thought about what I want to do with Saber.
あ
God
いつ
damn it.
何がしたいのかなって。考えてみれば、あいつが自分から何かやるって今までなかっただろ？だから。
セイバーが何を考えているかわからない？
いや、そういうわけじゃないんだ。ただ、あんまりにも無欲すぎるのがわからない。そう、そこがどうするべきなのかわからないんだ。
まあそうよね。セイバーが自発的にやったことってあんたを守ることだけだもの。サーバントとしては当たり前だけど、 あそこまで徹底しているとわからなくもなるわ。でも、だからといって無欲ってわけはないでしょ。セイバーだって自分の目的のためにあなたを守っているんだから。
That's right. I forgot about the reason she became a
そう
servant.
か。セイバーの目的は聖杯を手に入れることだもんな。目的がないってわけじゃないんだ。
And that Holy Grail will grant the wishes of its possessor. So Saber at least has a wish she wants granted. Did I miss anything? No. Okay. I don't know what it is, but it's a wish that she wants granted even if it means becoming a servant. Surely the wish must be to save herself. Yeah, for example, she's here in this time, so she can stay here and live a second life with the power of the Holy Grail. No, rather she has to go that far to make up for her sad end. Sad end? Damn.
なんだ、話は簡単じゃないか。
気持ち悪いわね。いきなり元気になっちゃって。今の話、そんなに面白かった？
ああ、元気が出た。そうだよな。そうでなくちゃあそこまで懸命に戦うもんか。セイバーは何より自分の望みのために戦わなくちゃいけないんだから。
I nod to myself. Sasaka must have been shocked by my reaction.
エミヤくん、喜んでるところ悪いけど、それはあなたの早とちりよ。
Oh,
セイバー
nice.
は自分のためになんか戦わないわ。
Thanks for crushing my
あなた
thoughts
だっ
and
て分かってるん
dreams.
じゃない？セイバーはそういうタイプじゃないわ。彼女が聖杯を求める理由は、決して自分のためじゃないって。
何を根拠に。
That on, I can't finish. That's right. The last moment was a lonely one because she had no wishes for herself. Saber cannot be seeking her own salvation. But still, I wanted to think that, so I distorted her personality for a moment. The conversation stops. As soon as I start to think that the heavy silence would continue,
つまんない話だけどね。あーちゃんもあんたと似たようなことを言ってたわ。
は？アーチャーってあのアーチャー？
which other Archima guy?
私もね、あいつに聞いたのよ。あんたの望みは何なのかって。そしたらあいつ、なんて言ったと思う？
あいつの望みって言われても困る。
I don't know anything about him. As Archer said that we'd eventually be enemies, he made no effort to talk to me or Saber. But still, he was sarcastic a lot, but I don't know he wouldn't have a stupid objective.
これがね、
Oh,
聞いたら笑うわよ。望みは何よと聞いたら、あいつったらこう言ったの。
oh man. Another new sprite, this time of Rin. Truly precious, some must say.
そうだな。恒久的な世界平和というのはどうだ？
Ah, hell yeah, world
もう
peace.
呆れを通り越して爆笑したわけ。そしたらあいつ、やはり笑われたか。まあ他人の手による救いなど意味はない。今のは笑い話にしておこう。なんて言っていじけちゃってさ。
Kinda fucked up to laugh at that, but you know what? It is what it is now.
なんかね、ああいうやつだから英霊になんてなっちゃって、私みたいな小娘に刺激されちゃうんだなとか思ったわ。
I see. He didn't look like it, but he was a fine knight.
けどね、間違わないで。聖杯が本当に全ての願いを叶えるのなら、恒久的な世界平和なんて最悪の願いよ。
I mean, sure, what would that even look like? What would be sacrificed? What would be gained? What would be lost? Who would enforce this permanent world peace? How drastic will the change be from the world with no world peace? Honestly.
要するにそれって何もないってことでしょ。争いのない世界なんて死んでるだけよ。物事は動いてないと腐るだけなんだから。
I guess you can think of that way too.
それあーちゃんにも言ったのか？
言ったわよ。そしたらあいつ、それが賢者の考えだ。私も同意見だが、今でもこれだけは愚者の夢を守っているのだ。だってさ。まあそれはいいから、それじゃあ他の望みはあるのかって言ったら、あるにはあるが聖杯で叶えるほどのものでもなし、私の分は君に譲ろうとかなんとか。キザでしょ。あいつきっと生前は女ったらしだったに違いないわ。
That's one hell of an assumption, dude. But man, it's been so long since I played the prologue of this game. I feel like we did ask that when, or ask this when Archer was just summoned. Either that or the day after. So that is interesting. With that said, let me see how long it's been since I actually started this game. There should be a page here that should lead to my channel. I got a lot of tabs now that I look at it. Eh, looks like no. Okay. You gotta load Totally Spies. And TV Simulator's crazy. April 24th, dude? Damn! Oh my god, man. It's been that long? I don't know how to feel about that. Got a dislike in this one. One dislike, 2 dislikes in the removed sex video. Damn, bro. We're not even done with the first route. We're close to it. I'm pretty sure there's like, how long? 5 in-game days left, but man, it's gonna be a journey. We might be able to finish this route near Thanksgiving, I'd say? Possibly? Maybe even before that? Who
なん
knows?
かそんなイメージはなかったけどな。けどその話がどうかしたのか、父さが。
別にサーバントにもいろいろいるってことを話しただけ。
Oh, I see. Well, I think it's a good reference, so it did help me out a bit.
じゃあ次はこっちの番ね。まあ私もセイバーに関することなんだけど。
そういえば朝方言ってたな。話したいことがあるとかなんとか。
ええ、大したことじゃないんだけど少し気になって。
Does
今
this
更
relate
に
to
な
the
るんだけ
dreams?
ど、エミヤ君はアーサー王の伝説を知ってる？
The Legend of King Arthur. I've had it forced upon me more than enough in the past few days.
人並みには知ってる。まあ朝王が女の子だったなんてことは知らなかったが。
そうね。けど性別に関してはどうでもいいのよ。別にアーサー王が女の子だったとしても伝説そのものに変更を加える必要はないでしょ。アーサー王が周りの人間を騙し通していれば女性であっても男性として扱われるんだから。幸いアーサー王にはマーリンっていう魔術師がついてたしね。インキュバスとの根血だっていう悪魔じめたやつだから、アーサー王の性別を偽装したり生まれないはずの子供を用意するってのもお手の物だったんでしょ。
Oh man, shout out to the lads that, or the people I should say, that know about this version's, how should I say, this version's tale of events, on how King Arthur made her child, King Artoria, I should say.
そうだろうな。それで
だから私が問題にしているのは伝説と今のセイバーの食い違いよ。ねえエミヤくん、あなたはエクスカリバーがどういうものか知っていて？
なんだよ今さら。エクスカリバーって言ったらアーサー王の代名詞だろ。妖精に授かった剣で切れないものはなく刃こぼれもしないっていう名剣だ。
やっぱりそんなことだろうと思ったわ。
For some reason, Tosaka acts like she won.
俺なんかおかしなこと言ったか？
言ったわよ。あなたもアーサー王と同じ間違いをしたってこと。マーリンがいたら未熟者ってどやされてるわ。
How are you so sure about that?
岩に刺さった剣ってのはエクスカリバーじゃないんだよな。あっちの剣は途中で折れてしまって、その後に湖の妖精から譲り受けた剣があって、それがエクスカリバーなんだろ？
そうそう、エクスカリバーをアーサー王が受け取った時にね、マーリンはこう問いかけるの。王よ、あなたがお気に召したのはどちらの方ですかな？剣か、それとも鞘ですか？アーサー王はためらいもなく剣の方だと答えるんだけど、マーリンは叱責するの。お間違えめさるな。剣は敵を撃つものですが、鞘はあなたを守るもの。その鞘を身につけている限り、あなたは血を流すこともなく、負傷することもない。真に大事とすべきは剣ではなく鞘なのです。
Oh god, why is her pose like that, dude? Did that take the wind out of you, buddy? Being a little too silly for your own sake? Tsukka imitates King Arthur and Merlin skillfully.
気合入ってるな、トサカ。それでお前何が言いたいんだ？
何って、ここまで聞いてわからない？つまりアーサー王は不死者なの。エクスカリバーっていうのは攻守ともに無敵の宝具なのよ。だから本当ならセイバーは傷を負ってもすぐに治るはずだってこと。
トサカ、実際セイバーは傷を負っても治ってるんだが。
それはそうだけど、セイバーの自己回復はセイバーのバカみたいに膨大な魔力を使った力技にしか見えないっていうか、ともかく伝説のエクスカリバーの鞘とは違う気がするのよ。
なるほど。トサカがそう言うんならそれは正しいんだろう。ならこっちから質問。アーサー王は不死者だって言うけど、それならどうしてアーサー王は死んだんだよ。伝説の最後はアーサー王の死じゃないか。
Tosaka opens her mouth, dumbfounded. After freezing for a few seconds, she grits her teeth and looks away.
そうだった。エクスカリバーの鞘は途中で敵に盗まれたんだ。
Yeah, that's a simple mistake. Forgot about it too, but the fall of King Arthur started when he lost the sheath he should have never lost.
納得いったか？
What a mistake.
言ったわよ。笑い物にしたいならすればいいわ。
She's lying. I can tell she intends to ask me if I can.
納得いったんならいい。
Fuck.
けど
Damn it.
どうしてそんなことを気にしたんだよ。セイバーが傷つかないかどうかなんてお前には関係ないだろ。
But if she has it, it will be much better, wouldn't it? Axe kick. If I laugh again, is that like a sidekick thing?
うるさいわね。何よ、ちょっとそうだったら無敵だなーなんて舞い上がっただけじゃない。
Oh, hell yeah.
私だってね、たまには間違えることぐらいあるわよ。
This is hard. Would it be good for her if I correct her and point out that she makes mistakes often then? Saber versus Caster? Oh, there's gonna be a fight here. Okay. By the time the sun sets, the rain has stopped. Based on our conversation during breakfast, we should be going out into town to search for other masters after dinner, but...
その前に確かめておかないと。
What are you even going on about now, buddy? Saber's intentions. Oh. Okay. Fair enough, friend. I need to know why she's fighting.
と言っても正面から聞いてもダメだな。
Oh, come on.
できるだけさりげなく聞き出さないと。
Why can't you ask directly? Brother in Christ. You're more closer to her than ever these past few days. I make up my mind and stand up. Let's go to the living room, bruh. I hope I'll be able to penetrate the fortress using the calm before dinner air. Or something.
例えばの話だけど、もし聖杯戦争に勝ち残れたとしたらどうしようか。
So, since I couldn't come up with any good ideas, ask her directly.
Eh?
Oh, you silly Billy. Silly bean. Huh? Huh? They all give the same response with different expressions.
だから勝った後のことだよ。聖杯を手に入れたらどうするかって話。
そんなの説明されなくてもわかるけど、どういう風の吹き回しよ。あんたがそんなこと言い出すなんて。
Even though they don't nod, it seems like Saber and Ilya have the same question. I guess it was unnatural to ask abruptly, but I have to play ignorant for now.
ああ、いや、ただの思いつきだ。ほら、残ったサーバントはあと3人なんだから、そういうことを考えてもおかしくないだろ。数が減って明白に終わりが見えてきたんだから。
まあ言われてみればそうよね。いくら四郎だってこの状況ならそれぐらいは考えるか。好きで始めたことじゃないって言っても命を張ってる以上は報酬ぐらい気になるだろうし。
そうそう、一応それぐらいは考える。
Thank God Tosaka likes to reason things out. I think one of Tosaka's good aspects is to consider anything as a possibility if it sounds reasonable. Well, just in this case though.
それで遠坂はどうなんだよ。もし聖杯が手に入ったらどうするんだ。
I ask as naturally as I can.
そうね。私は勝つことしか考えてなかったから聖杯に叶えてもらうような目的はないわ。とりあえず聖杯を手に入れるけどその後のことは考えてなかったな。
You'll just get it, okay? So she's fighting because she doesn't want to lose, huh? Well, I guessed so, but I never really thought I'd be right. Maybe she's as simple as you thought.
一番ものを考えていそうで実は一番考えてないのよね、リンは。
And you, Ilias, just say the most darnest of things. Like the child that you are.
言うじゃない。じゃあそういうあんたはどうなのよ、イリアスフィール。そんなの知らない。聖杯は私のだから誰にも渡すなって言われただけよ。
Okay. That's a bit
も
gutsy.
ともと私のものなんだからそんなものに興味あるわけないじゃない。
You are just ungrateful now. Come on.
要するに聖杯より聖杯戦争の方が楽しいってこと？当然よ。私は勝つためだけに来たんだもの。聖杯の使い道なんてどうでもいいわ。
Nice. You're just here then for the funny. Fucking hell, man. Oh, nice. Are they the same? The two glare at each other silently, and there seems to be a sympathy I can't understand. Saber doesn't say anything. She must not intend to join this convo. But no matter how much Saber hates it, I must ask her this question now.
二人の目的はなんとなく分かった。
I try to nod
じゃあ
naturally
セイバ
and
ーは
I ask Saber. Saber doesn't answer. They must have realized Saber's acting in a completely complicated matter as they both stare at her. If I'm counting, there must be about a minute's silence.
今さら語るまでもありませんが、聖杯を手に入れるのは私の義務です。聖杯がどれほどの許容範囲を持っているかは知らない。ですがそれが聖杯である限り、私は聖杯を手に入れなくてはなりません。そして無論、聖杯が私の望みを叶えられるなら、望みを叶えるだけですが。
Imagine if Palpatine was joining this damn war. How fast that war would end. She said it. Without a doubt, Saber said she has her own wish.
そうか。で、その望みって何なんだ？
I restrain my pounding heart and ask calmly. Saber doesn't answer. That's fine too. If she cannot answer, chances are good that her wish is a selfish one. Considering Saber's personality, she would hesitate to speak of a selfish wish. So I would prefer if she kept quiet, or she keep quiet and not tell me a ridiculous wish. Such whining fills my head.
何？それってそんなに難しいこと？サーバントの望みは現世に蘇ることだっておじいさまは言ってたわ。英霊たちは2度目の生を得るために聖杯を求めるんだって。セイバーだってそうじゃないの？
I raise my head at her words. There's no problem if that's Saber's wish. But...
いいえ、2度目の生に関心はありません。
Oh, come on, man.
私の目的は聖杯を手に入れることのみです。
Are you
もと
just
も
gonna
とこ
get
の身
it?
は聖杯を手に入れる代償としてサーバントになったのですから。
I knew that had to be it. I knew the girl who took that oath pulling out the sword would not seek a second life.
ちょっと待って、聖杯を手に入れることと引き換えにサーバントになった？それって英霊になる時の契約のこと？
はい。この身をサーバントとする交換条件として私は聖杯を求めたのです。
え？じゃあ何？あなたって聖杯を手に入れるために呼び出されたサーバントじゃなくて、聖杯を手に入れるために自分からサーバントになったっていうの？
She must be really surprised as she yells all this, then tilts her head not believing her own words.
つまりセイバーは英霊だから呼び出されたんじゃなくて、自分からこの戦いに参加したってこと？けどサーバントである以上英霊として祀られているんだから、自分からこっちの世界に関わるなんてできっこないわよね。じゃあセイバーはサーバントのルールから大きく外れてるってわけでもないし。
Lots of schizo posting going about you, Rin.
ああ、もうちょっと待ってね、今整理するから。
Yeah, you do that.
いいえ、整理するまでもありません。リンが言ったことは正しい。
Okay.
私は他のサーバントとは違います。
I'm different than all the other girls.
私はまだ
Motherfucker.
完全にサーバントになったわけではないのですから。
What is that supposed to mean?
完全にサーバントになっていない？
What does that mean? More importantly, what does it mean to become a servant? Saber said she agreed to become a servant as a prize for obtaining the Holy Grail. Then that means...
ちょっと待ってくれ。サーバントっていうのはまさか何かを手に入れた代償として無理やり戦わされてるっていうのか？
いいえ、それは違います。もともとサーバントというのはこの聖杯戦争だけの特別な使い魔です。サーバントとは英霊の特性を利用した召喚魔術。元は英霊なのですから、サーバントにパンを得た代わりに労働をするという決まりはありません。
そうね、サーバントシステムってのはもともと守護精霊である英霊を利用したものだもの。元からあるものを使ってるわけだから、サーバント側にもマスター側にも代償として支払うものはない。けどサーバントになる前、人間から英霊になるには代償行為が必要だって聞いたことがある。英霊っていうのは人間の守護者でしょ。彼らは死した後も人間のために働いて、人の世の滅亡を水面下で防ぐのだとか。で、そういった守護者になるには、生前まだ英雄として現役だった頃に何かと取引をしなくてはならない。それが英霊の契約。世界に死後の自分を明け渡す儀式。 交換条件によって財を得た者が英雄となり、英雄としてやりたいことをやった後、死後はサーバントとしてもらった財を返す。つまり英雄になるために借金をして、死んだ後は英霊になることで借金を返すってこと。サーバントっていうのはその返済金額を横から私たちにかすめ取られて使役されてるってわけ。
つまり何かとの取引で人間は英雄になって、英雄にしてもらったお返しとして死後は使い魔として使役されるのか。じゃあセイバーが英霊になった交換条件が
The Holy Grail. As Saber tamed the Holy Grail in her life, she became a heroic spirit after she died as a prize?
それこそおかしい。セイバーは聖杯が目的だって言ったけど、それはとっくに手に入れてるはずだ。セイバーは聖杯と引き換えに英雄になったんだから。
Watch her be scammed or some shit.
いいえ、シロ。私はまだ
Oh,
聖
okay,
杯を
never
手にして
mind.
はいないのです。アルトリア、アーサー王の望みは生きているうちに聖杯を手に入れることだった。私は死ぬ前に聖杯を手に入れなければならなかった。そのためにもし聖杯が手に入るなら、死後は守護者になっても良いと条件を飲んだのです。リンの言う通り、人間は英雄になるために世界と契約をし、人間以上の力を授かり、その代償として死後の自分を売り渡します。ですが私は英雄になるときに世界の後ろ盾を必要としなかった。幸いなことにアーサー王は英雄になるための支援を必要としなかったのです。
She didn't need support to become a hero. So, Saber became a hero by her own powers.
けどあなたは英霊としてここにいる。アーサー王は英雄になった後で世界に違う交換条件を求めたってこと？
はい。私は最後の時にどうしても聖杯が必要になった。聖杯がなければ我慢できなかった。叶えなくてはいけない願いができてしまった。だから英霊の契約をしたのです。私の手に聖杯が握られるなら、死後は英霊となってあらゆるもののために剣を取ろうと。
In her last moment, she wished for the Holy Grail's miracle. I understand how she feels. That bloody hill, the grave of many swords and the many corpses of knights, a lone king whose reign ended in betrayal. The last moments was too unfair. Even if she had no wish of her own before then, she must have thought that I can't die here. I didn't want an end like this. So, she wishes to prolong her life. She shouldn't be embarrassed about it.
そう。つまり死後の自分を売り払ってまで聖杯を手に入れられる手段を取ったのね。
That's an interesting way to word that, but there is a debt to be paid, so I guess you're
けど
right.
セイバー、あなたの出した条件っていうのは生きているうちに聖杯を手に入れるでしょ？なら、
はい。私が生きているうちに聖杯探索は成し得なかった。私はアーサー王は最後まで聖杯を手に入れることができなかったのです。ですがそれでは契約が成り立ちません。世界が私をサーバントにするにはアーサー王が生きているうちに聖杯を与えねばならない。ですから
アーサー王は聖杯を手に入れるまで死なない。いいえ、死ぬことができない。それじゃああなた、
はい。アーサー王と呼ばれていた私は死を迎える一瞬で止まっているはずです。時間軸から見れば私はとうに滅びているでしょう。 ですがそれでは契約が果たせない。アーサー王は死の直前でサーバントとして召喚され、聖杯を手に入れた後死ななければならないのです。
時間が止まってるんじゃなくて、時間に止まってる状態か。あなたがサーバントとして何度戦いを繰り返しても構わない。最終的には聖杯を手に入れて契約を果たすことは決まっているんだから、
そうです。いつかは聖杯を手に入れ、私は契約を果たす。だからこそ英霊になる前からいずれ英霊化が決定しているという条件であらゆる時代に召喚される。それはこの町の聖杯だけではありません。聖杯が手に入る可能性があるならば、私はどの戦場にも召喚される。そうしていつかは聖杯を手に入れ、私の望みを叶えた時こそ死の直前で止まっていた私の時間は進みます。アーサー王は最後の時を迎え、聖杯を手に入れた代償としてこうして英霊となるのでしょう。
死の直前で覚めない夢を見ているようなものか。今回の聖杯戦争もセイバーにとっては夢の一つ。そして夢から覚めるのは聖杯を手に入れた時だけ。
リンはシローが未熟だから私を霊体化できないと言いましたね。けれどそれは違う。私は未だ死者ではないから霊体にはなれないのです。半端な扱いですが、これでも位置づけは聖者ですから。前回の聖杯戦争でも私はそうだった。
Saber says so as if she's apologizing. I guess because she was lying about being stuck in physical form because I wasn't inexperienced. I don't really care about that. There's something more important that I have to ask her.
セイバー、未だ死者じゃないってどういうことだ？聖杯を手に入れるまで死なないってのは分かった。話の流れから言ってアーサー王の時代からずっと生き続けてるわけじゃないってのも分かる。けどそうでなかったら今のセイバーは何なんだ？本体の分身ってわけでもないんだろう。
はい。こちらに呼び出される英霊というのは全て本体の分身のようなものですが、私はまだその位置に達していません。聖杯を手に入れるまでは死の直前に止まったままで呼び出されている。リンの言った通り、アーサー王は時間という大河の上で停止している。私はその位置から前か後ろかに飛んで聖杯を求めた後、止まっている場所に戻っているのでしょう。
Oh my god. I draw a diagram in my head. I see, it's pretty simple once I visualize it. Arthur stopped at the moment before death. The flow of time doesn't care that she stopped. He keeps flowing and we're at the present. Alright, let's take a look at this shit too. So... Alright, so up to down. I don't know why there's a white circle in the void there. Right. That battle come on in the past. Arthur... Right, there's Arthur before she dies, and then Arthur where she does die. That Arthur is not the one that's summoned. The one before her death is summoned. Why is there a future one? Well, I guess that's how it is. So what is that void? Probably will explain next. She jumps to each time as needed and returns to her own time after completing her duty. Oh shit, I shouldn't have fucking done that, but at least that one was simple. Like the ones that she was summoned to, she just goes back and back to her own time when said thing's done. Her task is done. Right, so if she truly does die though, or if she truly gets the Holy Grail as stated in her servant contract, and she will go to the point where she dies, and then goes on to the seat of heroic spirits, which I guess is the light void that I've been going on about. If she obtains the Holy Grail in one of the times she visits, her time will flow again and she will die, just like the history we know today. But why is the history already there? That's my question. Then heroic spirits must exist like this. When they die, they are transferred to a place like a warehouse, where time doesn't flow. I guess that's suitable. So, person they dies a hero and becomes a hero and dies. Removed from time axis, circle of rebirth, and into the seeds. And they are summoned into various ages and disappear without returning. So that must be what they mean by heroic spirits being a copy. Alright, so once summoned, they go to a certain period, the real body stays at the seat, their copy goes to time periods that they're summoned to, and what's this? Disappears after summoning, real body's unaffected. What? Is this supposed to mean if they die? Or just after the war, whether they die or not? Is that how it is? It's like a clone made from their DNA. The heroic spirit has complete abilities and memories of when it was alive will appear in this world and learn many things, but it is useless. Which sucks, but I guess it is what it is. They have no way to return to the main body, but merely disappear. And all the knowledge, the advancements that they learned in that clone body will go away, yeah? So no matter how many times they are summoned into the same age, there will be no inconsistencies in their memories. Assume the ones that become heroic spirits will not change anymore. Even if they obtain new knowledge, the self that learns it will just disappear once the duty is complete. I know there's different timelines in the Fate series, even avoiding the other games this connects to, or the Nasoverse. I think it's different in Fate Grand Order, right? I mean, yeah, once a servant disappears, I'm pretty sure they can be summoned again by Chaldea, right? The gotcha thing is just there for us, the player. I don't know if they can summon willy-nilly with the I guess the machine that Chaldea has, whatever it's called, the summoner. No. Not really willy-nilly, but I guess if they have the appropriate things, you know. I feel like it's different in like Apocrypha or even Strange Fake. But who knows? Or I don't really know that well. In that regard, Saber isn't a complete servant, because Saber returns to her own time even after she is summoned, to the self that is about to die in that bloody hell. That really does suck. No, don't load.
じゃあ何？今回聖杯を手に入れたら元の時代に戻ってその時代で聖杯を使うってこと？それって過去の改ざんじゃない。時間旅行にしても平行世界の運営にしてもそれは魔法の領域よ。そんなのできるわけがないわ。
それを可能とするのが聖杯でしょう。そうして聖杯さえ使えるのならば私はサーバントとなってもいいと契約したのです。
I think that, I guess, time paradox, that we would call it, that alteration of history, I think that's what they call lost belts, right? At least in Fate Grand Order. I don't know if they call it that in other Fate games, but pretty sure that's what they call it. I forgot what they called the things before the Lost Belt era of Fate Grand Order. I forgot. I literally did forget.
聖杯を使うことでアルトリアという人物が消え去ろうとも今の私が英霊となることを代償として
Saber talks without much interest, but that's strange. Making a wish come true using the Holy Grail? That's fine. But why did you say Artoria would disappear as a result?
なんだよそれ。聖杯を使うことでアルトリアが消える。ふざけるなよそんなの。セイバー、お前は自分を。
That girl, about to die quietly on the hill.
聖杯を使うんじゃないのかよ。
Alone on the hill too.
なぜそのようなことを言うのですシロ。私の望みは国を滅びから救うことだけなのですが。
I can sense that my face is frozen. I should already have realized this, but my mind is spacing out and I feel like throwing up.
なんて。
But still, I forced my question out.
なぜも何もないでしょう。私は国を守れなかった。国を守るために王となったのに、その責務を果たせなかった。その時に思ったのです。岩の剣は間違えて私を選んでしまったのではないかと。
That's stupid. Why?
いえ、その迷いは常に私の中にありました。私は王にふさわしくないのではないか。本当に選ばれるべき英雄は他にいたのではないのかと。あの時、政権を抜いてしまった時、国を救えなかった私より国を救えたはずのふさわしい王がいたはずです。だからもし聖杯の力で王の選定をやり直すことができるなら、その時に戻ればきっと。
I think that is her true wish, right? In general? That what she is now, what happened during the election process, the king selection process, I'm pretty sure that's her wish to just reverse all of that. Be that quaint little girl in the village, doing her own thing, farming, eating. That's just her one wish, right? Make all this responsibility, this thing about her kingship, her shtick about protecting the country. Wipe all that out. Then what does she mean to say that her country would not have been destroyed if she returned to that time? I feel faint, quickly surpassing mere anger that Saber would seriously wish for such a thing. I guess I'm dumbfounded right now. It's only natural. Saber's wish is not for herself, and on top of that, it means her elimination. The girl in front of me exists because that holy sword was there, because a king pulled it out. Preventing that would mean that the girl in front of me would not exist. Let's say she grants her wish using the Holy Grail. The girl Artoria, never becoming king, live out her days as a knight. Okay, sure, as a knight. I thought she would be a farm hand as well as a knight, but I guess just a knight. But what about the saber in front of me? As she is a heroic spirit, she will continue to be summoned to fight after her wish is granted. Since she paid a price to obtain the Holy Grail, Saber will continue to be, even if Artoria doesn't become the king. Taken away from the future and from the past, she will forever be the lonely king dying on that hill.
バカか。
I can't allow that. There's no salvation there. Even if she did redo everything and there really is a more appropriate king and her country lasts longer as a result, and even if she is saved, it's a lie. Even if everyone around her becomes happy, the 10 years she fought can't just disappear.
違う。そんなことはできない。やり直しなんてできないし、しても意味はないんだ。セイバー。
シロ。
そんなことに聖杯を使うな。聖杯はセイバーが戦って手に入れるんだろう。なら、セイバーは自分のためにその奇跡を使うべきだ。
ですから、私は自分のために使うと言っているではありませんか。私、アルトリアは王としての責務を果たさなければ。
So why don't you understand?
そんなのは、お前はもう十分すぎるくらいに果たしてるじゃないか。セイバーはあんなにも戦ってきた。裏切られても怖がられても負けなかった。あの丘で最後まで剣から手を離さなかった。だっていうのに、なんで死んじまった後もお前だけがそんな誓いを守らなくちゃいけないんだ。
Saber is astonished. Too late to regret what I've said. Shouldn't have admitted that I see Saber's past in my dreams. Of heavy silence. There are no words to give her, nor any words to reply. I can sense that anything I say will backfire in this situation. But still, I can't just stay silent.
セイバー、俺、頑張ったやつが報われないのは嫌なんだ。
It's meaningless that way. It's just too unfair. I know it's a childish ideal, but I want to believe that people will get happier the more they work for it.
他のマスターには負けない。聖杯は必ず手に入れる。だから、セイバーは自分の望みを叶えてくれ。それなら俺は、この馬鹿げた戦いに初めて意味を見出せる。
That's the conclusion I've reached. I don't know what the Holy Grail is, nor if it's right to obtain it. But if Saber will be saved even a little, I'll be able to try with all my powers. Huh? Ooh. Oh my. The loud bell rings out and the house falls into darkness. The surrounding air changes immediately. Even though the light suddenly went off, nobody says a thing and tries to feel the surroundings. The loud ring stops and the living room is silent. But the sound of light things rubbing against each other can be heard in the distance.
今の警告音、この屋敷の結界？
Possibly. I nod silently. There you go. The sound is the same as when Lancer intruded. This must be... The sounds are increasing and coming closer. A strange sound. It reminds me of bugs crawling around in a light trap. This living room is the only place free of the sound. It hasn't even been a minute yet since the lights went out, but the living room is surrounded by this unknown sound.
敵か。けど、サーバントにしては、これは。
They're just taking initiative, buddy. There's too many of them. Too many. Well, like many servants? In this house? I'm a magus too, even if I'm a bad one. I can sense that many sources of magical energy surround this place. Skimming quickly, I can at least count 20. But they are strangely light. I don't feel any human will. The things making the sounds are like empty puppets.
なんだ、やっぱり来たんだ。 今まで散々私から逃げ回ってたくせに、バーサーカーがいなくなったら飛んでくるんだもの。
It sounded like Ilya has experience with this shit.
ほんと、現金なサーバントね。
Oh, unlike the three of us who are tens, Ilya is strangely calm.
イリア、わかるのか？
当然でしょ。私にわからないサーバントなんていないわ。外にいるのはキャスターで、何かいっぱい引き連れてきてる。
What do you mean bound by dragon's
竜
teeth?
の葉でくくったゴーレムみたい。
Ilya says simply. And the sound stops at the same time. I take the wooden sword I keep in the living room. Kusaka and Saber seem to be waiting for me to make a move. Okay. I'll make a choice, but I'll play out said choice in the next episode. I'll start off with that next time. Because it's 10:48. Nice. Let's see what choice is right. Alright, so the yapping choice is the wrong one. We have to go out with Saber. And these... I think the last day is the... Yeah, the last day. Oh shit, we have 2 more days actually. This is gonna end sooner than I thought. Alright. Yeah, literally the last... Or at least in-game yesterday was the last day for any free choices, which kind of sucked, but it is what it is. Let's go out with Saber. Melee. Alright. That being said, ending it off here. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like for this episode, and I shall see you in whatever episode you watch next, channel man, or whatever video. I've still yet to make a third part of that Swiss video. It should be nearly done, or at least the series should be nearly done. So, if you do like that, please be patient, please. I do have a video going up on Wednesday, which is not the Swiss video. But anyways, we'll pick up the action for this game next Tuesday. Peace out, y'all. Have a good day. Or night.
Well, I can't afford to be depressed. I have to find another job. Baron Cafe seeking enthusiastic workers. Maybe this will do.
The destroyed buildings are as follows: Baron Cafe,